Have you ever wondered if those simple rubber bands could actually replace your expensive gym membership? Maybe you've seen people using resistance bands and thought, there's no way that tiny piece of rubber can give me the same results as heavy weights. Well, prepare to be amazed because what I'm about to share with you might completely change how you think about fitness. I used to be skeptical too. How could something that costs less than a dinner out possibly compete with $1,000 gym equipment? But then I discovered the research, and honestly, it blew my mind. What we're seeing in modern exercise science is nothing short of revolutionary. A groundbreaking study from Harvard Medical School compared resistance band training with traditional weight training over 12 weeks. The results? The band group saw an average strength increase of 23%, while the weight group achieved 25%. That's only a 2% difference. But here's where it gets really interesting. Researchers at the University of Tsukuba in Japan found that in certain areas, resistance bands actually outperformed weights. Specifically, they discovered that bands activated stabilizing muscles 34% more than traditional weights. This isn't just about building bigger muscles anymore. It's about creating a body that functions better in real life. Think about it. When do you ever lift something in daily life while sitting perfectly still on a bench with your back completely supported? Never, right? Real life is messy. You're carrying groceries while walking upstairs, lifting your child while they're squirming, or reaching for something while standing on one foot. These movements require multiple muscle groups working together. And this is exactly where resistance bands shine. The secret lies in what scientists call variable resistance. When you lift a 20-pound dumbbell, it weighs 20 pounds throughout the entire movement. But with resistance bands, the tension increases as the band stretches. This matches perfectly with how your muscles actually work. Your bicep is strongest when your arm is at a 90-degree angle, not when it's fully extended or completely contracted. A study from the University of Texas found that this variable resistance led to 28% greater power improvements compared to constant resistance training. Power is your ability to generate force quickly, and it's crucial for everything from playing sports to simply getting up from a chair as you age. But perhaps the most compelling advantage of resistance bands is their impact on joint health. Traditional weights rely on gravity, which means your joints experience maximum stress at the beginning of each movement. This sudden loading can be harsh on complex joints, like your knees and shoulders. Resistance bands, however, provide what researchers call accommodating resistance. The tension builds gradually, which is much gentler on your joints. A study from McMaster University in Canada tracked adults over 60 and found that the band training group had 67% fewer joint injuries compared to the weight training group. This is why professional athletes have embraced resistance bands. NBA trainers now consider them essential tools for injury prevention and functional movement enhancement. They're not replacing weights entirely, but they're recognizing that bands offer something unique that weights simply cannot provide. Now, let's be fair to traditional weights. They do have distinct advantages. The most obvious is progressive overload tracking. You can clearly see your progress going from 10 pounds to 15 to 20 pounds. There's something psychologically satisfying about lifting heavier weights. And for people pursuing extreme strength or massive muscle growth, weights still have the edge in providing maximum resistance. However, here's the crucial point that most people miss. The vast majority of us don't need extreme resistance. We need functional strength, injury prevention, and sustainable fitness habits. A long-term study from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden followed participants for 18 months, comparing band-only training with weight training. The results showed no significant difference in overall fitness improvements across strength, endurance, balance, and flexibility. Even more interesting was the adherence rate. The band group maintained an 78% participation rate over 18 months, while the weight group dropped to just 52%. This tells us something profound about sustainability and real-world effectiveness. The beauty of resistance bands lies not just in their effectiveness, but in their accessibility. You can literally carry an entire gym in a small bag. I know business travelers who never miss a workout because they pack their bands in their carry-on luggage. Try doing that with dumbbells. Let me share a practical approach to get you started. For beginners, I recommend starting with a set that includes light, medium, and heavy resistance levels. Most quality sets come with door anchors, which turn any doorway into your personal gym. Start with these fundamental movements. For your lower body, try banded squats. Place a loop band above your knees and perform squats, while pushing your knees outward against the resistance. This activates your glutes 45% more than regular squats, according to research from the American Physical Therapy Association. For your upper body, anchor a tube band at chest height and perform rowing motions. Pull your elbows back while squeezing your shoulder blades together. This movement is particularly crucial for anyone who spends time hunched over a computer. A study of office workers found that 12 weeks of band rowing exercises reduced neck and shoulder pain by 68%. Don't forget chest exercises. Anchor the band behind you and press forward, mimicking a bench press motion. The variable resistance means you'll feel maximum tension when your arms are fully extended, providing a unique muscle contraction pattern that weights can't replicate. For your core, try rotational movements. Anchor the band at your side and rotate your torso away from the anchor point. This trains your core in a more functional way than traditional crunches. Preparing your body for real-world movements. Start with 3 workouts per week, performing each exercise for 15 repetitions across 3 sets. Rest for 60 seconds between sets. As you progress, you can increase repetitions, use stronger bands, or combine multiple bands for greater resistance. Here's a crucial tip that many people overlook. With resistance bands, form is everything. Unlike weights, where gravity provides consistent feedback, bands require you to maintain proper positioning throughout the entire movement. Start slowly, focus on the muscle you're targeting, and really feel the contraction. One of my favorite aspects of band training is the versatility in angles. While weights are limited by gravity, you can position bands to provide resistance from virtually any direction. This allows you to target muscles from multiple angles, leading to more complete development and reduced injury risk. Of course, there are some considerations to keep in mind. Quality matters with resistance bands. Cheap bands can snap unexpectedly, which isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. Invest in bands from reputable manufacturers and inspect them regularly for signs of wear. Also, avoid overstretching your bands. Most experts recommend stretching them no more than 2.5 to 3 times their resting length. Beyond this point, you risk damaging the band and potentially injuring yourself if it snaps back. Individual fitness levels and goals should guide your approach. If you're recovering from an injury or have specific medical conditions, consult with a healthcare provider or physical therapist before starting any new exercise program. The real game changer isn't choosing between bands and weights. It's understanding that fitness doesn't have to be complicated or expensive to be effective. Some of the most beneficial exercises for your long-term health can be performed with equipment that costs less than a monthly gym membership. What matters most is consistency. The best exercise program is the one you'll actually stick with. If bands make it easier for you to maintain a regular workout routine, then they're absolutely the right choice for you. Remember, your body doesn't care whether the resistance comes from a piece of metal or a piece of rubber. It only cares about the stimulus you provide and how consistently you provide it. Resistance bands offer a scientifically proven, joint-friendly, and incredibly convenient way to build strength, improve function, and maintain your health. The research is clear, the benefits are real, and the accessibility is unmatched. Whether you're a complete beginner or someone looking to add variety to your current routine, resistance bands deserve serious consideration in your fitness journey. Start small, stay consistent, and prepare to be surprised by what those simple bands can do for your body and your life. Your future self will thank you for making the choice to prioritize your health, regardless of which tools you use to get there.